We are voting for infrastructural development. We are voting for agriculture.
Vice President Kashim Shettima wants electorate in Edo State to vote for the party's candidate to transform the state as APC holds mega rally in Benin. UN agencies seek more support for Nigeria, said the country needs $147.9 million to provide food and non-food items to flood victims in the northeast for the next 6 months.
Any commercial motorist that comes here to enjoy the presidential CNG initiatives conversion incentive program, they come in here with their vehicle and they live with it. It's 100% free.
Government's efforts at crashing down cost of transportation nationwide receives boosts as motorists get free compressed natural gas kits. Hello and welcome to the news at 11 on Nta News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Comfort Fashim. The University of Benin Sports Complex, Ugbo campus, witnessed the presence of all Progressive Congress supporters from within and outside Edo State for the mega rally ahead of the Saturday 21st September governorship election in the state. Vice President Kashim Shettima at the rally urged the electorate in the state to vote for the party's candidate to transform the state. State House correspondent Abdurraham Jibrila reports.
It is the grand finale of the All Progressives Congress governorship election campaign holding at the Uniben Sports Complex in the state capital. The president, represented by his vice, Kashim Shettima, arrives in company of the Senate president, national chairman of the party, 9 state governors, and other APC stalwarts amidst cheers from the crowd. Next, defectors from other parties were received into the APC fold. After which the party's flag was handed over to the governorship candidate with an urge to fly the flag to victory at the forthcoming election.
I urge you to exercise your mandate by bringing about an enduring change, by bringing Edo to the mainstream of Nigerian politics, by voting for Monday of February and Dennis is a person. I have implicit confidence in your incoming governor, Monday Opedo. We are overwhelmed because this crowd is intimidating. This crowd is a symbol of victory for our party. This democracy must take place, this election must take place in a free and fair atmosphere, devoid of violence.
For the candidate, his transformative policies and his impact on the lives of the people, while as a senator, makes him believe that he stands a better chance in the election.
We are voting for good health care. We are voting for infrastructural development. We are voting for agriculture.
With the flag to run the race, the APC is putting all measures in place to ensure it wins the biggest political position in the states. In Benin, Elizabeth Omoko, Nta News.
In another development, Chairman of PDP Governors Forum, Bala Muhammad, led other PDP governors to Benin City for the grand rally of the party to show solidarity ahead of the September 21st Edo governorship election. Good luck. NINA reports that the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the other parties' leadership were also at the mega rally, where the candidate, Asue Ighodalo, promised purposeful and results-oriented governance if elected.
Garrick Memorial Ground was the venue of the rally. Supporters of the party from across the states, including members of PDP, Board of Trustees, PDP governors, the former Vice President and former presidential candidate of the PDP Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, converged on the venue in show of unity and solidarity. Speakers at the rally say PDP has all it takes to deliver good governance, asserting that with the candidates of the party in the Edo governorship election, Edo will enjoy more democratic dividends, and urge the citizens to disregard any act of intimidation and come out en masse to cast their ballot for the PDP.
We are together, we are unified. There is no division in the Governors' Forum, and we are not pompous.
Obasake has laid a landmark in this country, and as such, you have to bring somebody who will be like Obasake or more than Obasake in 21st century.
This time again, we are going to show them Edo, no Lagos. Aswe has been in government from time and time over, and so he knows how to fix it. I have a simple message to the INEC chairman. We should create a level playing field.
Do you want to go back to where you were before?
He has promised the women of the Edo State political inclusion and participation.
When I came, they said teachers were no good. Today, he said don't number one in education.
Acting chairman of the PDP, Umar Damagun, said the party is confident in the person of Asue Ighodalo, adding that Edo deserves the best and present the party's flag to the candidate who promised to govern with the fear of God.
The way the people of Edo State has accepted our candidate, they know that they have already decided not to vote hunger.
You shall be proud of us as your governor and your deputy governor. We shall continuously do the things that will make Edo State the greatest sub-sovereign in Africa.
In Benin, good luck in Aini. Nta News.
Away from political matters now, the United Nations agency said Nigeria needs urgent global support to address the humanitarian crisis resulting from the ravaging flood in Borno State. The World Food Programme and Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that $147.9 million will be required to provide food and non-food items to the flood-affected people in Maiduguri and other food-insecure people in the northeast for the next 6 months. Musa Baba Aliu has the details.
The breach of the Alau Dam in Maiduguri, Borno State brought about anguish, sorrow and uncertainty to the residents of the state. Floodwaters have taken over their houses, leaving them with no option but to move to safer ground. Some of them, mostly the elderly, women and children, were evacuated. Aisha Aliyu, a victim, says she found herself in a difficult situation.
It's very terrible, very terrible. I never prayed for even my enemy to experience such a thing. For you to leave your home without any single thing, just with your own personal clothes, is not something to pray for anymore in your life.
More than 400,000 people who were displaced are being sheltered in night camps in Maiduguri. An air survey carried out by the United Nations World Food Programme showed that food, shelter and clean water are the immediate needs of the people.
You know, the flood has affected them. They can't have access to their banks even. So what we decided to do is to give 10,000 naira to each of the heads of household, both male and female heads household. This is what we are doing. Then subsequently we'll distribute food and non-food items to all of them. So far so good. We have mobilized cooks and they have started cooking food in this camp.
WFP established kitchen in 3 camps, providing meals to the displaced persons. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations said floods in the northeastern states of Adamawa, Borno and Yobe states have compounded the food security challenges in the northeast. United Nations organizations therefore appeal for more funding to support the ongoing humanitarian response, early recovery, including food and non-food items. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The National Emergency Management Agency is spearheading a complex search and rescue mission, leading to the evacuation of hundreds of families trapped in locations worst hit by the flood within Maiduguri and its environs. With many of such families yet to be reached, NEMA is calling for additional critical equipment to aid in the rescue efforts. Pauline Kuje-Vana has details.
As the flood waters slowly recede from the city of Maiduguri down to Abaganaram and Custom Gambaru Road access, evacuation and rescue mission in these areas have become a top priority. NEMA and other emergency responders are racing against time to reach the stranded victims, rescue and evacuate them to safer places. The situation on ground is there, with many people still waiting for help to arrive. Specifically, the agency is seeking more boats to reach out to those stranded at Abaganaram and 505 axis. In addition to medical care, NEMA also provided tents to shelter the evacuated victims, bringing the total of displacement so far profiled to close to 200,000.
There are still cases of people trapped. We can't ascertain the figure, but we are sure there are into thousands of people. Our people have been moving into the SSS quarters and the 505 axis through the Abaganaram route. They have been bringing in people.
However, despite the agency's best effort, challenges persist as water, sanitation and hygiene remain significant concerns.
We're trying to avoid a situation of outbreak. The Borno State government directed the Ministry of Environment and Health through the GM Bosepa. They've been able to come and clean up the place.
The agency's work is far from over, but with support of the government and the people, they are making a significant difference in the lives of those affected by the flood. In Maiduguri, Pauline Kuje-Vana, NTA News.
Minister of Transportation Saidu Ahmed Al-Khali was in Maiduguri to sympathize with the government and people of Borno over the flood disaster that ravaged the state capital and environs. He was received at the government's house, Maiduguri, by Governor Babagana Umara Zulum. Muhammad Goni reports.
Minister Al-Khali said he was in Maiduguri to commiserate with Governor Zulum over the tragedy that befell the state, as well as the death of the Commissioner of Finance, Ahmed Ali. The minister noted the magnitude of devastation caused by the flood and its impact on the social and economic lives of the citizenry.
Excellency, still to extend our condolences and sympathy for the tragedy of the flood disaster. It is indeed very catastrophic. Those who lost their lives and their properties, may Allah forgive their sins and replenish their wealth that they lost during these unfortunate incidents.
Governor Babagana Umara Zulum appreciated the minister for a visit, noting that he was among those who made phone calls to sympathize with him and deem it fit to personally come to identify with the government and people of the state.
I want to sincerely convey my deep appreciation to you and to our delegation for commiserating with us over what has happened to us. And may Almighty Allah reward you abundantly. We wish you safe journey back to your destination in Allah's name.
The minister's entourage offered special prayer for the departed souls and to comfort those who lost their loved ones and property. In Maiduguri, Muhammad Goni, NTA News.
We take a break now. When we return, more reports.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to through the breathtaking scenery of the plateau. In noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to Nta News24, DSTV channel 419, GoTV channel 26, StarTimes channel 101 and 433, and Free TV channel 703.
Government's efforts at crashing down costs of transportation nationwide is receiving a boost with the distribution of free compressed natural gas kits by the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas to commercial motorists across the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas is fast-tracking the conversion of more commercial vehicles to CNG. This, Michael Oluwagbemi says, is the only way to deliver the president's desire to bequeath a cheaper, cleaner alternative to petrol to Nigerians. It is also expected to deepen the faith of more Nigerians on the revolutionary impact of CNG.
Any commercial motorist that comes here to enjoy the presidential CNG initiatives, conversion incentive program, they come in here with a vehicle and they live with it. It's 100% free, both the kits and the installation. Now that motorists have an obligation. You're enjoying a government palliative. You have an obligation to pass on that palliative to the people of Nigeria. You should not be charging the same transportation fare as your counterpart that is using petrol. And so we are working with the unions, we are working with NURTW, we are working with NATO, we are working with Ritian, we are working with the Painter Taxi Association of Nigeria. And all of these vehicles also, as they are being converted, will be labeled. So you, the consumers yourself, will be informed that this vehicle is running on, at least partially on CNG. And therefore, you should not expect the same level of transportation cost on that vehicle if it's running partially on CNG.
In this renewed initiative, 50 kits per center across 18 centers in the country are to be distributed on first-come, first-served basis with proper identity and evidence of car registration for commercial purposes. The arrival of the kits to the designated centers is the dawn of a new era for deepening CNG, as acknowledged by these CNG users.
If this one be easy, it's better for me. How can I manage the price of petrol? This one is easy.
So the cost of the transport will be reduced drastically through the CNG.
He says conversion centers are growing in number as 130 conversion centers are functional across the country, with 120 more in the offing following collaboration with the private sector. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, Nta News.
Meanwhile, federal government is also stepping up efforts geared towards the provision of succor in various sectors as
The conversion kits were distributed to transport unions in Ibadan free of charge, courtesy of the federal government. The Business Development Executive, PCNGI, explained that the free conversion initiative by the federal government is to ensure that the cost of transportation is reduced to the barest minimum.
This is the president's way to tell you that, oh, we feel the pains of Nigerians and we're here to provide a proper and better option because of Nigeria's vast resource of gas. Gas is cheaper, gas is more sustainable.
The government has come into it, so I think that the price is being subsidized for the drivers to use, and everything now will be cheaper for the drivers. And I guess as well the transport aspect will also come down.
Members of the Oyo State Park Management System, while appreciating the President Tinubu-led administration, noted that this gesture will bring down the cost of goods across the country.
We're grateful to our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for this that he has done for us. You using this gas, in fact, kudos to him. More able to his power.
The compressed natural gas is set to ensure smart, safe, and cost-efficient of transporting goods across the country to ensure that dependence on fuel is reduced. In Ibadan, Lokman Hassan, Nta News.
Similarly, the presidential initiative on conversion of petrol and diesel engine vehicles to compressed natural gas CNG has commenced distribution of free conversion kits and cylinders to commercial vehicles owners in Ogun State. Hakeem Jimo reports that about 110 kits were at the first instance received by the CNG conversion centers in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital.
The Abeokuta compressed natural gas conversion centers have continued to receive potential customers. For the operators of the centers, the benefits inherent in the presidential initiative cannot be overemphasized.
It is to educate people that CNG is a good fuel, because traditionally petrol, diesel has been used in this country since so many years. So to bring on the platform of gas, they have done this initiative, and this initiative people will tell to others that gas is very good.
This particular one is certified by the Standard Organization of Nigeria. You can see when we're trying to check the cylinder, it's a mold, it's not welded, and the cylinder is as thick as 60 millimeters. It is bulletproof, accident proof, so it's very safe. And the gas itself, which is CNG, is lighter than air. It cannot cause any explosion.
Other stakeholders in the transportation sector are grateful to the federal government for the initiative, which is at no cost to the beneficiaries.
So we thank the president. The price is very low, while the petrol price is very high. So we like the initiative.
About 500 conversion kits are earmarked for Ogun State at the first instance, and conversion proper is expected to commence across the 3 senatorial districts of the state soon. In Abeokuta, Hakeem Jimo, Nta News.
The Renewed Hope initiative has again reached out to wives of fallen heroes and veterans of the Nigerian Armed Forces, this time with economic empowerment items. National Chairman of Initiative and Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, while handing over the items to the defense and police officers' wives in Abuja, says the intervention aims to grow the business community within the security sector. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
Within the last 1 year, this is the second visit by Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu to Power School in Abuja on empowerment drive. This time around, it is to hand over donated items to the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association for onward distribution to widows of fallen heroes and veterans of security services in the country. Coming under the social investment program of the initiative, the First Lady says the donated items, including handbags, shoes and cosmetics, will serve as a springboard for new businesses or help to grow existing ones.
Every month, Her Excellency Mrs. Shetima goes to different states, and I think it has increased to two states per month now, to just help ameliorate the challenges people are facing at this time.
While thanking friends of RHI for supporting the cause and investing in the full drive of the initiative, the First Lady encouraged Nigerians to always be their brother's keeper.
So we don't have to harden our hearts to our neighbors, reach out to them. Thank God that Mrs. Musa mentioned the every home a garden, and he said garden in your backyard. There's no other simple way of explaining that is the best way. Whatever it is, no matter how small, you have vegetables, it will reduce the cost of food. I want to encourage everyone.
Receiving the items on behalf of the beneficiaries, President of DIPOA and wife of the Chief of Defense Staff, Ogogo Musa, thanked the First Lady for the intervention, noting that the gesture would enhance the livelihood of the widows and their dependents.
It is my hope that the beneficiaries will apply themselves effectively in their diverse business to ensure the sustainability, growth, and development of those businesses into bigger entities.
This intervention is coming on the heels of a similar gesture in November last year, when 1,709 dependents of fallen heroes each received a sum of 250,000 naira from the initiative. In Abuja, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
The House of Representatives Public Accounts Committee has asked Guarantee Trust Bank to calculate and remit the value-added tax VAT on the commission received from remitter from 2015 to 2022 to the federal government's recovery accounts. The committee, which is investigating alleged revenue leakages on remitter platforms, said its directive to the bank is based on the submission that the bank did not remit VAT for the period of 8 years. The House Committee, chaired by Representative Bamidele Salam, is also investigating non-compliance with standard operating procedure by banks and MDAs. The committee referred the affected banks to its reconciliation subcommittee in order to address observed discrepancies. This is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Comfort Fashim.